Hi, today I would like to give you a chance to learn how to make conversations with, especially with strangers in Japan, in Japanese, by using the weather topics in Japanese. I'm going to give you vocabulary and the common phrase that you can use in the daily conversation with, of course, not only for strangers, but also your friends. Because I believe that the weather topics is really common topics that you can start your conversation with your friends, with strangers. So it may be useful for you to understand how to say, how to speak, how to make conversations by using vocabulary phrases in Japanese. I think that the weather topics is widely regarded as the common topic, not only for here in Japan, but also everywhere in the world. So let's get started today's lesson. So I would like to start with the basic phrase you may use to start your conversation with your friends. So how is the weather? How is the weather? Or how was it? Okay, the past sentence. How was the weather in your country? In Japanese, 天気はどうですか? 天気 is weather. Weather is 天気. 天気はどうですか? How is? So if you want to ask the condition, how is, you can use どうですか? So you can use this phrase in other occasions. For example, how is the food? How is the food? At restaurants, I think, the chef may ask you, how is the food? How is the food? How is your food? Whose food? So in that case, just switch the tenki and the food, weather and the food. So how is your food in Japanese? It's a little bit difficult to pronounce, maybe. 料理 what? Food, 料理 your meal. How is your meal? How is the food at the restaurant? 料理はどうですか? How is, like I explained, how is or how was どうですか? 料理はどうですか? 料理はどうですか? How is, so yeah, I should concentrate on the weather topics. So anyway, how is the weather? 天気 not the 天気 no accent. So like I explained in the previous video, most of the words in Japanese words don't have a strong accent, strong intonation. Just calmly, you just say without any accent. 天気 not 天気 not just 天気 天気はどうですか? 天気はどうですか? And just straight, no accent. 天気はどうですか? So a little bit strange because in daily conversation, I think天気はどう I will go with どうでしたか? でした? 天気はどうでしたinstead of どうですか? So it's the present sentence. So I think we do not use present sentence when you ask the weather condition. Maybe so your friends went to some camp on the last weekend and you may ask 天気はどうでした? 天気は どうでした？どうでした？ How was the weather when you went camping, outside camping? How was how was the weather when you went to the camp? 天気はどうでした？どうでした？天気はどうでした？ It's really common. どうでした？ So, in the daily conversation, you may ask your friends, how was the weather? How was the weather? So, if your friends, kids, participated in the like outside activities and the daily conversation, your friends may explain explains like the activities, and then you can ask the weather condition. So, 天気はどうでした？天気はどうでした？どうでした？どうでした？天気はどうでした？ So, simply say 天気はどうでした？天気はどうでした？ I think it's good for you to remember the first 天気はどうでした？ The daily conversation. I think, like I said, I would go with 天気はどうですか past sentence. 天気はどうですか？天気はどうですか？ Yeah, you can ask it over the phone, for example. 天気はどうですか？今 now. So if you have conversation through the phone, for example, and then you may ask, and if you got phone call and your friend is explaining that currently what he is doing, for example, and then you may ask, 天気はどうですか? Now, 天気はどうですか? Currently, but most of the time, I think in the face-to-face, the chat, face-to-face chat, face-to-face conversation, I think most of the time you may ask, your friends, I think speaks about the past sentence. So we went to the camp last week. It was great. It was amazing. And then you may ask, 天気は how was the weather? 天気はどうでしたか? 天気はどうでしたか? So, okay, and then you can use the same phrase just to switch the weather from the weather to food. So I went to I went to Ginza, New York City, the good restaurant at New York City. So if your friend says explains that the restaurant at somewhere, and then you may ask them, how was food? How was food? How was food? 料理は again どうでした It's past sentence. Past sentence. Past. 天気はどうでした Sorry, どう is the same. どうですか is present. でした is past. Okay. So, going back to the weather topics. Now, take a look at the next sentence. You may use the conversation. It's sunny. 晴れています In Japanese. 晴れ Sunny 晴れ It's 晴れる 晴れ is a verb and 晴れ is more noun. 晴れています It's like again present sentence. It's sunny. So, but again, you may 晴れて So, it was sunny. 晴れてました。it's I don't think we use the 晴れてました。天気は良かった。I will go with the 天気はどうです If your friend asks you how was the weather, and you may say 天気は良かった。The weather is good. I think you may say the weather was good. In this case, 天気 weather 天気は良かったです。良かった 天気は良かったです。天気は良かった。天気は良かった。天気は天気 weather was 良いです。So you hear 晴れています。sorry. 良かったです。良かったです。It's past sentence. 良かった it was sunny day. It was the sunny is 晴れ。And 良かった it's good. Good in Japanese 良い。良い present sense is 良い。Good. で良かった it was good is 良かった It's past sentence. So 天気は良かったです。天気は良かった。So if you have casual conversation with your friends, you can just say 天気は良かった。天気は良かった。天気は良かった。Instead of the 天気は良かったです。This is more like formal. If you have conversation with senior people or elderlies, you have to add this in the end. This. But in the casual daily conversation with your friend, you just say 天気は良かった。天気は良かった。That's all. And then 天気は良かった。晴れでした。晴れでした。晴れでした。Okay. And additional expression for the sunny day, for example, I can give you is that it's a sunny day. 今日は It's a sunny day. 今日 is today. Today is a sunny day. 今日は晴れています。今日は晴れてます。Again, I think, yeah, present sentence and, face-to-face conversation. If your friends and you are there at the same spot, it's odd. It's strange to have conversation with a present sentence, I think. So, again, maybe I would go with the past sentence. It was sunny day. So forget about the 晴れていました。And it's a sunny day, isn't it? So if you, again, do you remember, I'm not sure if you watched my previous video. So if you want to agreement with, in the conversation, you have to add some, ね, it's more like agreement. It's more like question. And then without ね, Japanese ね, it's more like just a simple conclusion. 今日は晴れています。Today is sunny. Today is sunny day. Today is sunny day. 今日は晴れています。今日は today 今日は晴れ sunny います。います。ね if you add ね it's more like agree. You need agreement. I think 今日は晴れていますね。So today's lesson is that maybe you may remember, it's good for you memorize weather is a 天気. And maybe the good phrase for today's lesson is that どうですかどうでした Yeah. ほにゃらら XXX はどうでした How was ほにゃらら How was ほにゃらら is in Japanese ほにゃららはどうでした So how is the weather? How was the weather? 天気はどうでした in past sentence 天気はどう How was the weather? And how was food? How was food? 料理はどうでしたどうでした So maybe the one phrase you can take away from today's lesson is どうでしたどうでした天気は料理はどうでした天気はどうでした But I think in a daily conversation you may use very often. So that's all for today's lesson. So see you on the next video learning Japanese.